Today we're going to talk about what to do if your head and neck are kind of stuck and you can't get full range of motion to one direction. This actually happened to my son overnight when we were sleeping at a hotel back in 2022, and I was really afraid of what had happened because he was just stuck and unable to fully turn his head. So if that's something that you are experiencing, I'm going to share some resources and some strategies to help you unlock your head and neck so you can turn your head properly. So if you're ready, let's get ready to think right, move right, and feel right. The biggest thing you have to remember when you can't turn your head in one direction is that muscles control the movement of bones. Boney McBonerson here can't really move himself because he has no muscles to exert forces on the bones. In order to turn your head or my head, we have to be able to use muscles to pull on the bones and articulate those bones relative to one another. There are a bunch of muscles on either side of your neck, on the front, on the back, on the sides, and twisting and turning in all kinds of funky directions. But rather than get caught up in the anatomy of the specific muscles here, there, and everywhere, we could just focus on the actual functions that we have lost. My 4-year-old son woke up one morning crying because he said his neck hurt a lot. And I have experience as a massage therapist working on muscles, and I thought, okay, well, let's see if I can help him. I also work as a trainer and have for many years, and so I was trying to get him to fire up different muscles, get him to pressure to one side to try to get muscles to work on either side of his neck. But it took me days, I think it took a week before I figured out exactly what to do for him. The reason that I share that is because you will need to experiment in order to figure out what's going on with your neck and what's going to free things up. And while we're on the topic, let me know what happened with your neck. Drop me a comment and let me know what happened. Did you wake up with the neck pain? Has it been like this for years? And of course, once you're done with this video, let me know how things turned out for your neck problems. Drop me a comment. So now let's talk about some strategies you can use if your neck and head don't have full range of motion to one direction. First of all, you can use massage techniques to try to free up some locked up muscles. This requires either a friend or family member who has some massage experience or who feels fairly confident that they can use their forearm or their fingers very effectively for you. Or you use this massage tool, any kind of massage tool, a massage ball will work, and you're just going to put pressure on the muscles that connect the shoulder to your neck. Okay, so on the skeleton here, you have muscles that go from neck to the top of the shoulder blade like this, and also kind of attaching to that far end of the clavicle, the distal end of the clavicle. Those muscles help control what's happening here. So if those muscles lock up, then you're going to find some issues. So let's say I'm trying to turn this way. You could potentially have problems with the muscles here or over here. I can't see you through your screen, so I can't tell you which to try first. But I will tell you this, for my son, when he turned his head to the left, his left shoulder would rise up. And that was a tell, okay? That was a hint of, okay, something is not going on correctly. Because when he would turn, those muscles would fire and elevate his shoulder. And he felt like, jamming. You can't go any further no matter how hard you tried, okay? So in that case, I'm rushing straight to the solution for him, putting pressure on those muscles to get them to relax, to keep that shoulder down and allow correct range of motion, correct patterning, helped him immensely, okay? So just making sure that if you see an inefficient and incorrect firing pattern, that you try to silence the muscles that are firing at the wrong time. Okay, so there are some muscles that right here from shoulder blade, this upper center angle here that goes up into the side of your cervical spine, that muscle helps elevate. But also all of these muscles, the traps, the upper traps will help elevate. So just putting some pressure on there and then turning into that side and just finding anywhere where you see the muscle fibers firing up, you see that excess movement, just put pressure all along there. It doesn't have to be super hard, intense pressure. You're not trying to break anything. When I was doing this on my son, I was just trying to use medium level pressure. Remember, he was only 4 years old at the time, so it's not like I can stick an elbow in it and just jam on it super hard. That's not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to get the muscle to relax. So that didn't take that much pressure. I don't know how to quantify that for you, but just don't be dumb about it and don't try to break into bones or smash muscles or destroy scar tissue, okay? You're just teaching the muscle, hey, relax a little bit while we do this motion, okay? So that is the fast forward to the solution for my son's case, right? And if, for example, you go to the right and you see this happen, then you work it on the right, okay? You work it on the right. Now, that may not be the solution for you. You may find that when you turn to the left, that your right shoulder comes up, okay? That could be a problem, right? Your range of motion to the left and then your right shoulder comes up. So what do you think you would do in this situation? Well, instead of working on the same side where you're turning, you would work on the side that seems to be doing the wrong thing. So normally you should be able to turn your head and neck without an issue, but if you turn your head and neck and it drags your shoulder along for the ride, then you want to try to silence that. You can have a friend do it, use a massage tool. This is called the Body Back Buddy. It works really well. A Theracane, whatever you got is fine. You can even use a lacrosse ball up against the wall, and that's totally cool too. If you want to have a friend do this for you, have your friend stand next to you and you would sit down. So pretend my friend Boney McBonerson is sitting on a bench, and here is the muscle. This whole area I told you, right? There's like this triangle of muscles. You can take either the blade of your forearm or just knuckles, right? And just pop it right in there and then do the motion, right? So if I'm Boney's friend, I'm here, parked on those muscles, and then Boney's gonna turn his head to the left while I maintain that medium pressure to keep those muscles in a more relaxed state, right? Telling them to stay lengthened while Boney turns his head, okay? That's gonna help free up that weird patterning. So instead of seeing this, it stays down, it's being held down, and then turn. And that, just go through that a few times, 5, 10 times, and that's gonna help restore the proper firing pattern. Now let's say that you turn your head to one direction and there is nothing that rises up, everything just kind of stays okay. You turn your head to the other way and you are stuck, but there's no clear, obvious compensation of a shoulder coming up on either side. You just turn and you're stuck. In this case, I would suggest you play around with both stretching and activation of the muscles that control this twist. So what you would do is experiment. We're gonna first start with some stretching, okay? If I go to this side and it's like, oh, it's kind of stuck, okay, couple stretches I can work on. I can gently overpressure it and just see if I can feel any stretch in neck muscles, anything that seems like it just needs to learn in a gentle way how to go a little bit further. When you're doing this, it's gentle overpressure. This is not a chiropractic adjustment. You are not grabbing your head and twisting and cracking anything. We are not trying to overload, okay? We're just giving it a little bit of pressure, feeling a stretch, maybe feel it somewhere on the side, somewhere towards the back. That's all good. If you have trouble this way, same tactic, right? Just a little bit of pressure without compensation or deviation that's unintentional, right? We just want to get these muscles used to a clean range of motion without compensation. And pay attention, if as you're doing the stretch you feel like, oh, my shoulder wants to go or whatever, control that, right? You just hold things in place, keep your shoulder back, and just stretch it out, nice and gentle, okay? Other stretches you can try are just to the side, right? See if one side is more tense, stiff, inflexible than the other side. Gentle stretches, hold these for at least 30 seconds. I wouldn't probably go more than a minute on these neck stretches because these neck muscles seem to respond to stretching fairly quickly, not like your hamstrings or your glutes. So with the neck, you don't need to hang out here for 4 minutes or anything like that generally. And I certainly wouldn't want you to like loosen up your neck too darn much. So do it on both sides. See Is there something different side to side? Is one side really obviously stiffer than the other side? If so, you want to give that side a little extra stretch, right? Then check your range of motion again. If it improves, awesome. If it improved a little bit and more stretching doesn't seem to get it to improve over the next week or two, then what you can also do is work on firing the muscles that create the twist. So let's say I have trouble going to my right, okay? I want to go to my right, but I get a little stuck, I've stretched out, it feels pretty good, but for some reason I just can't go much further. Another thing we can do is use your hand to create resistance to the turn. So you're throughout the turn, you're resisting. You can use this hand or this hand, whatever, and you're going to be turning your head against that light resistance. So you're going to feel muscles in your neck working to go this way, but this thing is blocking you. Just keep going. You can do this in slow holds, so 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, medium to light intensity. You're not trying to snap through or anything. You're just going. And what you're going to find is this helps you feel the right muscles. And then when you don't have that resistance there, you're going to notice, oh, wow, I can turn my head a lot more. Okay, and then to the other side, I'll just show you facing this way. We can work on resisting, right? I'm resisting the turn this whole time. I get to the end of my range of motion. I'm going to hang out there a little bit, see if I can feel those muscles work, make sure my shoulders aren't compensating. And maybe I can go a little bit further, making sure that the turn is happening from the head and neck, not from my rib cage turning, right? So I'm just turning my head, trying to keep my rib cage under control. I'm looking at the wall over here, trying to be an owl. All right, and then, whew, okay, how does that feel now? Can I turn my head better? I think I can. Those types of techniques are really going to help you turn your head to the right direction or to the left direction. When my son's neck was locked up like this, he was actually walking around all day like this, and it was really frightening to watch because I thought, oh my God, did he get nerve damage overnight? I considered taking him to a chiropractor to have them snap his neck back into full function, but then I remembered that my own personal experience with chiropractic has never really been that positive. Tell us about that. I saw a number of chiropractors over the years trying to fix my shoulder, my neck, and my back, and my hips, and I often experience really negative side effects from having somebody snap my neck and snap my back. Several times I had my leg go numb and tingly almost immediately or later that night when I was trying to sleep. And the whole experience of having somebody come up behind me and crank my neck was really just never one I could get used to, and it often just left me feeling off kilter. And although it's a rare risk, having somebody snap your neck like this can actually rip or tear a blood vessel, and that could kill you. So for me personally, the risk reward of having a chiropractor snap my neck or the neck of my 4-year-old son was just not in balance. Instead, in my family, we like to ATM. What's that mean, Boney? Always think muscles. Thank you. So when we have some sort of a movement problem and our body cannot achieve a certain position on demand, we need to train the muscles to get there so that we can feel comfortable, confident, and in control. With all of these neck exercises and stretches, I am telling you now to go slow and gentle because slow is safe and fast is foolish. You may find that massage unlocks your neck. You may find that a little stretching and massage unlocks your neck. You may find that doing stretching, massage, and some activation work really helps free up your neck. Feel free to experiment with these things, but make sure that you are paying close attention to the sensations you have. You want to be able to feel the right muscles, you want to feel where your end range is, and then you want to respect that end range as you gradually, carefully try to expand your end range of motion. When you're pressing on muscles, make sure that you're respecting those muscles. Don't try to destroy those muscles or some imagined scar tissue in those muscles. If you feel like you've done enough stretching for the day, that's fine. Don't stretch more that day. If you feel like you've done enough activation work for any given day, that's fine. take a rest. Don't do it again till the next day or the next day. And remember that if you realize you have to do these things on a semi-regular basis to keep things feeling good, then that's not a sign that you are permanently broken. It's a sign that your daily life, your general lifestyle is training these muscles to stiffen up, to lock up. So pay attention to what's going on in your normal life. Are you always twisting to one side to look at a screen or something to your right? Do you have something that you're constantly checking down and to the left so you can't turn to the right? Your body's gonna function best when you give it a variety of challenges throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the year. If you're constantly just doing the same things over and over again, or the same position over and over again, your body's gonna get really good at that until it stops being good at a lot of other stuff. And then it's gonna stop being good at anything. Did we cover everything? Yeah, let's go get some massages. I don't really like getting massages because they never really feel like they do anything long-term for me. So if you are looking for ways to improve your neck or your shoulders or whatever part of your body, be sure to check out these videos here. Support this channel by using the links you'll find in the description box or the join and thanks buttons on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe with the bell notification on. And as always, I hope you remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't.